question number one, like, why did you let me even do this? Like, who let me do interview? That's my first question. No, but hi, Laura Tahja Johnson.
Hi, Perrin.
It's been 6 months since I was hired, but I don't know. Is it Laura or Laura?
I am a Laura. Okay. Laura.
I feel like it's impossible to walk into lyric arts. It doesn't matter what role you're at. You know, you could be at the concession bar, you can be backstage doing like a small task, but it is impossible to miss you because you you always want to like give hugs to people and say hi and like ask how their day is.
You have to spend, very little time with me to figure out that I'm not aloof in any way. Well, I can't imagine not being so excited to have people be a part of lyric arts and really wanting people to feel welcome. I never want anybody to feel like an outsider. That's a really big deal for me.
Mm-hmm. For people who don't know what you do, can you elaborate what your role is at Lyric Arts?
My title is Artistic and Executive Director. It's my role to keep things running. I'm in charge of making sure fundraising is happening, selecting seasons, and making sure we have directors hired, that all of our actors and artists feel supported, and that we have people coming to see our shows. And it's just a couple things. I love my job. It's my dream job. In fact, when I was leaving college and people would say, oh, what are you going to do? Like, I'm going to run a theater, and completely forgot about it. I went through a whole bunch of twists and turns. I was a morning radio personality. I've worked in retail. I have a math minor. I all these different things. I was just coming out of working as a sales and marketing promotions director at one of the big broadcasting companies in the Twin Cities, and was looking for something else, something new. And somebody said, oh, you like theater. You should really go check out this theater in Anoka. Have you ever heard of it? Nope. I ran up with my resume on a Thursday, met Lynn, went back for an interview on a Tuesday, and had an offer on Friday. I'm forever grateful that Lynn Schmidt just sort of said, take it and run.
What has made you stay?
It's the people. I have never met a more lovely, joyful, caring group of people. That's certainly something I'm missing throughout this whole pandemic. And, working from home is all the lovely, enthusiastic people that I would see on a daily basis. That's something I miss a lot.
The pandemic has been different has made life different for theater people and theater artists. And so what does that look like for you?
As theater people, we spend a lot of time away from our homes in the evening. I have had a lovely amount of time to spend with my kids who are starting their freshman year in high school. That's been really lovely, and spending time with my husband. So I keep looking at that positive. It's just a constant game of trying to figure out how we are going to move forward. But everything keeps changing. The only response is to just keep working and keep fighting, right?
What show comes to mind when you look back on the normal time circa 2019?
The first one that always comes to mind is Rent. And it's a show that I didn't think that Lyric Arts would ever be able to produce. But we did. People lined up around the block. But I will also say a show that was very special for me was the only show that I performed in at Lyric Arts. Do you want to hear the crazy story from that show? There was a scene at the top of the second act. My husband and I are sitting at the kitchen table discussing these things that are happening with our kids. And our daughter is sleeping on the couch. She is supposed to stand up and interrupt our conversation, and without saying anything, walk to the bathroom. So we were talking and we got to the point where she was supposed to wake up, and she didn't. She had actually fallen asleep on stage. I looked at my scene partner with fear. I went tick, 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 and got myself to the next part of the scene. Then he is supposed to leave. and she is supposed to come out of the bathroom, and we have this really heartfelt talk.
Right.
I had it together. We finished that part of the scene, and I was like, okay, we're going to finish that. He's going to leave. I'm going to wake her up. And he walked off stage, and I heard him in a big booming laugh. Just go, ah, ah, ah. And I was like, okay, I'm done. I went to where she was laying on the couch, and the character's name was Annie. And so I tried to wake her up without laughing. And so it came out, Annie! She was wearing a bouffant wig.
Oh my
She
God.
popped up so fast that the wig actually shook. The scene was about how she was embarrassed about something and she was ashamed about something. So she was trying to leave the stage and she was like, I'm so embarrassed, I'm so ashamed. And all I wanted to do was laugh. I was playing it off as though I was crying hysteric. No, Annie, don't go. Like, it was all I could do because all I wanted to do was laugh. My husband was in the audience. And I said, what did you think of the top of the second act? He said, oh, I thought you forgot your line and started to cry. I said, number one, kudos to me for playing off the crying. Number two, do you think I'm that unprofessional that if I'd forgotten one line, I would have just burst into tears on stage?
If we were in the building and we were working as normal, as one does.
Here during spider season.
No.
This is spider season.
Oh my God, I will be far away from the building.
Do you know that they make little homes in the fall behind the marquee letters? And whoever has to go change the marquee has to deal with little spider homes? It's right there, eye level. I don't know, you're kind of the newest, so maybe that's going to be your job when we go back.
Oh, no.
Karen begins the campaign for us to get a digital marquee so we don't have spiders.
I will pledge to raise money so we go digital and I never have to lock eyes with a spider ever.
So you got a spider issue.
I do. I'm very highly arachnophobic. I will shove everybody out of the way and run as fast as I can the opposite way.
It's usually not that bad, but of course nobody's been in the building. And so spiders are like, this is awesome. It'll be okay, I promise. We're working on it.
Thank you so much. I'll come in a hazmat suit. If we were in the building and spiders were not a thing, how can I buy your friendship with a beverage or snack? How do I make your life easier?
During the work day, I would say Avant-Garden, cold press with half and half, and a little shot of white chocolate syrup. That would be joy and happiness. If it was an after work moment, be a beer, a glass of wine, or a dirty martini.
Noted.
And I don't know about you, but I'm a salt girl, salty, savory.
Oh, yeah.
Chocolate is fine, but give me a bag of potato chips or a plate of French fries.
I feel transcended. Okay, so on a final note,
yes.
You know that we're in I say this like you're in the dark. Just so you know, we're in a rebound phase for lyric arts. But I wanted to ask you, as a person, as an artist, what does rebound mean for you?
When you are out on the concrete and you have a basketball or a bouncy ball of any kind, take that ball and you throw it down to the ground. It hits hard, but then it tends to bounce back even higher than you threw it. Lyric arts isn't going anywhere. I'm much too stubborn and bullheaded for any of that kind of business. But what lyric arts looks like depends on the work that we do now and the support that we get now. And so that for me is what rebound is all about. It's all about collecting that energy. We'll fly even higher. I feel like I need to break into wind beneath my wings.
You are a treasure, Laura Johnson, Laura Tahja Johnson. I know you're literally carrying on the weight of this company, and you took some time out of your day to do this meeting with me.
Of course I would. Of course I would. It's super fun. Thank you so much for all that you're doing. I think this video series is a really cool thing, and what a great way to keep people engaged during this really weird time.